Hello, welcome back to Curious Radio. It's episode 76. We're going to talk about love today.
Love? Amor?
Yo, what's up, y'all? We back. Episode 76. We got a special guest. I know her as Lorena Barrios. Jes Meza's in the house. Woo!
Woo! What's up?
Anyway, what's up? You fresh from Mexico? I think you're fresh from Mexico. Where were you at?
What do you mean I'm fresh from Mexico?
When'd
When
you
I
get
just
back?
jumped the border?
Yeah. You were out there, weren't you?
I was in Mexico. Yeah, but it was back in January. I was out there for some pickup shots.
We delayed.
Delayed,
You shooting
yeah.
the movie out there?
I was, yes.
All right. Got your MC Hammer pants on today.
Yeah, I sure do.
You know?
You
Got to keep it fresh.
too legit. Too legit to quit.
Yeah, man. We met like 2014, I want to say.
Was it 2014?
Yeah. Yeah, we did East Los High together, and you played my girlfriend's mama.
I sure did.
She was supposed to be the MILF of the show. That was crazy.
Yeah.
How long did a few seasons on there, right?
Yeah, I did three.
Yeah,
3
crazy.
seasons. What, 3?
I always tell people,
4?
I'm like, that's gonna be like the freaks and geeks of Latinos.
The
you know?
Freaks and Geeks.
Like, well, you know how that show, like, they had a bunch of people that jumped on and then they went on and do their own shit, and
Yeah.
now everybody's kind of popping off doing their own thing. That's kind of what that show was.
Kind of like the Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're just
like
older.
brown ass people.
Yeah, but
you know?
brownies. Brownies?
Brownies. Yeah, we some brownies. Is that racist?
Yeah.
Hashtag no racist. What's up with you? How you been?
You know me, just always grinding. That's what we do out here
This
in
is
LA.
chill Jess right here. This is chill Jess.
This is super chill, Jess. Just made up chill.
Yo,
Jess.
she walks in with a fucking full face of makeup.
Full face.
I didn't even notice. We were outside, and I was like, God damn. She's like, oh, I just came from a photo shoot. What were you
Yeah.
shooting? You do?
I'm shooting some promo for the movies I have coming out this summer. So
Nice.
I got the glam team,
Oh,
hair
my
and
bad.
makeup and everything. You know,
Bad.
va va voom. Sometimes you got to pull out the va va voom because motherfuckers be forgetting that shit. All right. Be
I still got the Vavavoom. Yeah, that's crazy. I hate that shit. I wouldn't want to deal with that. I mean, I'm sure it's like a therapeutic process for you guys, right? Like you feel like pretty and sexy and
how's that
Yeah.
pretty and sexy?
make me out, beat the face. What the fuck do you guys say?
Oh, you beat my face.
That sounds so sexual in a weird way.
Yeah.
Not beat.
Now
like-
let's get started over here. Hi.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Nada's up in here. She makes a guest star appearance every episode.
Every episode.
Yeah, I mean, how long you grew up out here too, right? You grew up here? No, you grew up. Yeah, you did. You
Well,
did.
partially here and partially in Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah.
Partially,
You still go out to Arizona every now and then, right?
yeah. I do make a lot of Arizona trips.
Fuck that place. It's all right. It's just a little. No. It's a cool town.
Really?
It's a cool town.
You just gonna
I'm
bang
just saying,
on it
like
like
the
that?
law is super strict.
Oh
out
yeah,
there.
the law. Oof. Don't get me started on that.
Yeah, I mean they don't play out there. So I'm
Nah,
just
they
like
don't.
But you grew up out here, out in East LA, right?
Partially a little bit East LA, a
Little
little
where?
bit of
Bounced around.
Inglewood.
Yo, I've helped Jess move
Hawthorne.
like fucking
How many times?
17 goddamn
17 exagerado. 17
She's like, yo, come through.
times.
I'm like, fuck, all right, we're gonna
I'm like,
move.
Rick,
I
what do you
guess."
do today?
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know, just living my life. And she's like, okay, cool, I'm moving. Shit. Always a bunch of shit. But yeah, I come through. So
I got pizza and beer.
yeah, for real. I have a thing where I always try to help people when they're moving because I know that when people move, nobody wants to help.
That's true.
And I'm like, let me get this good karma. I got a lot of bad karma. Let me fix this shit.
Right?
You know?
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, I mean,
Getting the good karma.
yeah.
You know, stacking it up.
A little
like,
bit.
Kind of like a
little
savings
bit.
account.
Yo, Jess, I'm telling you, she's super chill right now. I'm thinking about a good karma, bad karma. Jess be going ham sometimes.
What?
You see how I was slamming the chair? That's Jess.
Ham?
You have zero filter.
I do.
Yeah. Do you have a filter or not filter?
None.
None.
None. It gets me in trouble sometimes. I'm
Why?
not gonna
What do you think
lie.
that? Why? What is your thing that just drives you up the wall? What is that?
What do you mean?
Just with people.
I have a tendency to just say it like it is, you know, and some people don't understand my personality, so they think I might be harsh or maybe I'm mean but really I'm just saying everything that everyone else is thinking.
Maybe.
And
A lot of times.
they don't want to say it,
I've
you
seen
know, and so I'll just kind of speak my mind, and it's just like either you with it or you're not.
Yeah. Either you
know?
with it or you're not.
You know? Feel me?
Jump on or off the Jess train.
I mean, I don't know if people
What-
are
what
jumping
a-
on the train.
What attracted you? What attracted you like to be an actress, to be like an artist. You know what I mean? Like coming from the environment you came from. It's probably, I'm sure a lot of people around you weren't fucking.
Nobody around me was.
Exactly. So like, what even sparked that initial thought for you to be like, okay, I'm gonna fucking do this thing that everybody says is impossible?
Well, for me, I think everything in our lives gives us different motivation. So for me at the time, I had been model scouted a lot. And
Just as tall. She got
yeah.
that. She got that height.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And but I was a track star. So being in track, being in track and sports, I have muscle.
Yeah.
So it was always difficult as as
Fucking
a track
gun show.
star to be a model.
She still goes hard. You still work out all the
I
goddamn
work
time.
out a lot.
You know what? Low key, it's impressed by your mitt work a little bit.
Really?
I don't want to give you too much because I know that's just gonna go straight to your head. But I was like,
No.
all right, look at Jess. All right, she got form. She knock a
know.
motherfucker out.
I can. Watch out. Don't get on my bad side. Don't
Yo,
do
I've
it.
done such a good job to stay on everybody's good side.
I mean, let's not talk about the other night, all right? When you was all over my ear, just feeding some negative shit to me. But anyway,
I'm
getting
sorry.
back to getting back to the topic of the conversation, which was what got me into it. So
Yeah,
going back to that,
I'll bring
making
you
a
back. Don't
U-turn,
trip. I'll bring you
making a
back.
U-turn for you.
Yeah. I'll do it. Don't trip. I'm a designated driver.
Basically, like I was out for Tyra Banks' show when Tyra Banks' show first came out,
Which
America's
one?
Next Top
Yeah,
Model.
yeah.
And I was in top 20, and I totally thought I had it made because I was the only Latina.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, they got to bring me in because
Yeah.
I'm the only brown person.
Token brown
I've
girl.
already got it in the bag. And
Yeah.
then, I mean, it was for other purposes. I think for entertainment purposes, I didn't get picked. Like they wanted me to be the drama in the house and stuff. But after that, I was like,
Which you totally could have been.
I totally could have been, but I wasn't going to be that chick.
It's a smart decision.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it really was. And so I decided, why don't I try something where I don't have to really focus on my weight or my shape? And acting is something where you have more leniency. We still get the pressure to have to be in shape and be thin. There still is pressure all the time in this industry, but it's not as much as being a model.
Yeah.
Because being a model,
That's all you have. That's it.
that you literally, that has to be your life. And
Yeah.
being skinny isn't something that comes easy for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
like to eat.
I sure do.
She's like, it's Taco Tuesday. What's up?
I know, right? I'm thinking about tacos now.
It's Monday. I've heard that a lot, and it's like, I don't even know. There is like, well, first, even before I even get into that, like, it is smart of you to make that decision, but it's kind of crazy because now I look at the climate on how like society, they make stupid people famous.
They
like
do.
all that ratchet shit. People eat that shit up.
I know.
And that's why I'm like, I'm in a weird place where I'm like, that's just kind of what this is, because I'm kind of a crazy motherfucker. On screen, I'm not trying to be this, this person that I am. I'm portraying to be somebody else. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think people are looking for authenticity, and so even if it's ratchet. Remember when Flavor of Love came out, or Flavor, whatever the show that was?
Yeah.
And then New York came out and all that stuff. I don't know if some of you guys remember this shit, but those
I sure
reality
do.
shows were popping.
Yeah, they were.
And they were train wrecks, but people
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I think it's because everybody can find a little bit of a little bit of that train wreckness in them.
Train wreckness.
Yeah. Whatever. Is that a word?
It's a hashtag. Hashtag train wreckness.
Hashtag train wreckness. I think everybody has a little bit of that crazy in them or can relate
Yeah.
to being in a situation with someone that had that. And so
Yeah.
I think that's what makes it sell.
Yeah. Like
You
Jersey
know?
Shore, all that shit.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing. I don't know.
But I just didn't want to go down like that. They wanted to.
Do they give alcohol in the house?
I mean, I was never in the house.
Ah.
I literally just made top 20, and then from top 20 they picked 10, and I wasn't in the top 10. And that really, I was really sad. I cried
Yeah.
like a little girl. Oh my God.
How long?
I don't know, maybe like a day or two.
That's not bad.
I mean, still.
She
But,
had some tacos, call it a day. It's all good.
I mean, back then I wasn't that into tacos. So now I'm definitely a taco whore.
Yeah.
I mean,
She's like, what's up?
you can
Quiet.
get me out of the house, be like, we got tacos. Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm already there.
Yo, she ain't even trying to date you. She's like, you got tacos. All right. I guess I'll see what this is about. Yeah.
You had me at Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that a lot. I actually dated a girl that was on America's Next Top Model.
Ooh,
Uh,
plug.
and yeah, for real. Hi. How you doing?
Hi.
Nah, she was cool. And it was the same type of thing where it's like, and I get it, like that's gotta fuck with you, especially as a woman. It still carries over, right, on screen, because like a lot of it is appearance. But I feel like even as men, we put that shit on ourselves, if that makes any sense. Like when you're not feeling 100%, you show up and you give your 90% because you don't like when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
and that's why I feel like a lot of that is the monster on their own. Because then you'll see somebody who's not as fit, not as whatever, but they owning
they
that
just
shit.
Sitting out there with the torta hanging out and everything,
not giving a fuck,
and they feel good. And you're like, yo, how is she walking around with that midriff? I'd be like, I'm not wearing that right now.
And then a lot of those people book like they're the person where you're like, damn, this person's working all the time, long hours out, like whatever. They don't care. It's just I think about how you use what you got.
Well, it's also being relatable as well, and because if you, I mean, not to get into the details of acting, but there's their character actors, and then there's
but
other
even
types
then,
of
you
actors.
see people who aren't even character actors, they're just kind of doing their thing, they're just letting it all fucking hang out, and it works for them because their truth is their truth, and they've kind of accepted who they are. I don't know. I feel like a lot of it now, at least now, I'm getting to the point where I'm like, a lot of this shit's in our own fucking head.
A lot of it is, yeah.
You've done a lot of theater too, no?
Yeah, I have a theater background.
That's just nice. It's it's nothing like a live crowd.
Yeah.
You still do a lot of theater?
I used to do a tour. We used to go. We used to tour the United States, and it was very fulfilling in the sense that feeling like you're part of something with purpose, because we were the play highlighted different Latinos that stood up for our culture and actually marked positions in history of
like pivotal figures.
And a lot of people don't even know about the Latinos that we were highlighting. So it was fulfilling not only as an artist, but just as someone who is proud of her culture, to be able to tell their stories and then be able to help these kids understand that you really can do whatever you want. Like, don't allow society to pin you down and say you have to be something else, or because your life was this way, you can't use your voice, or you can't go into politics because you're brown, or whatever the case is, or because you live in a trailer park. Whatever your circumstances are, there really is no limit. And so it's just nice to see these kids kind of open up and be like, wow, like an ordinary person was able to change the law,
all this shit,
and bring as brown and black people weren't allowed to get married at certain time in history, and then that all changed when one Latina decided that she wanted to marry her black husband, and she had to fight and go to the Supreme Court of California and change everything. So when you see stories like that and you see such diligence and tenacity and these people, it's like, wow, like this is just a regular person who just decided said, no, this is what I want. This is my passion, regardless of what it was. And regardless if her family turned away, because you know how Latinos are about dating some black people. I mean, it's not a prejudice thing, but it is in our culture and in our background, that they want browns with browns, whatever.
A lot of cultures are like that.
A lot of cultures are like that, and so
I think it's changing now too. I mean, obviously it's changing. If you look around, like, I mean,
mixed babies are the best. I am so down to have a mixed baby. Let me just put that out there.
Your DMs are gonna explode out of your fucking phone. Like, yo, you trying to have a baby? What's up?
I mean, not like right now. You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
we'll put that on hold.
Having a little bit of that,
Yeah. I get
at least that'll help them stay in shape all the time.
Well, listen, I'm all about it. I
mixed babies are the best.
I don't discriminate. I love.
I don't discriminate at all.
Yeah, I'm like, what's up, girl? What's your name? No, you're right. I was listening to this thing. I forget what I was listening to, but they were talking about how because it's easier said than done, right? When you're talking about like, this one person could change fit. We hear that so much, but it's hard to like get it into people, like to make that shit resonate with them. And what resonated to me when I was listening to this, they were talking about, he said, if you, because of whatever your upbringing is, like say you grew up in the hood or whatever, like because of that upbringing, you feel like you're some kind of second class citizen, right? You're like, oh, like life's been fucking me over and this and that. And you kind of like walk around like you're a second class citizen. And in turn, you generate results in your life that are for a second-class citizen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not, you in your own mind, you don't even shoot for the 3 because you feel like you're undeserving. You're like, no, this is cool right here. Like, this is...
Well, you become a prisoner of what society tells you how your life should be.
a little box in your mind.
Yeah, because you don't think, and then especially if you're coming from the hood or if you're coming from a poor family, all your life you're hearing certain things and you're hearing that you can't do that or you're not going nowhere. This is where you're from. This is, these are your roots, and your mind doesn't go there to think that you can do better, that you can be that anomaly in your family. You can be
Word.
the person who breaks, if you have a generational curse in your family.
Yeah.
You don't believe you can because all your life someone else is telling you can't.
They're projecting
So-
their own fears onto you and passing that shit on.
Yeah. And then when you're young and you don't have, and I was just actually talking about this in another podcast, was about mentorship.
Yeah.
If you don't have somebody mentoring you and telling you you can break free of these chains, you can make a difference, you can do what you set your mind to, then you don't think you can. And then
Or even peers. I mean, even
Yeah.
your circle. Like, it's such a, they always say, like, you become the average of your 5 closest friends. And yeah, it's cheesy as it sounds. Like, that shit is real, man.
It
like,
is.
I've been in points in my life where I've hung out with some loser ass motherfuckers. And I was a loser. You know what I mean? And then I was at a point where I was like surrounded with all these dudes who were just like all about this business, and I was all about business at the time. And now I'm in this whole new game where I'm like, oh, it's about creative expression and business at the same time simultaneously, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm surrounding myself with people that are like minded, because it's also hard to communicate like with people that don't understand this type of lifestyle. Like, you know what it is. Like people that you grow up with, they're like, oh, you all different now, and this and that. It's like, shut up. You don't get what I'm doing here. This shit's hard. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
That's like going back to like what you said, like generational shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's that's why I'm like, when I think about having kids, damn, that's like a lot of patience, a lot of like just
Sacrifice.
consistency. Well, yeah, but not only that, I'm just like, think about like everything, because kids don't do what they're told, they do what they're shown.
Right.
So it's like controlling every word you say, how you say it, what you
Yeah.
communicate, like what are the messages,
Yeah.
not letting your emotions take a hold of you and being like, oh, flipping out when they fuck up or something. I don't know. The kids are the future, but it's much harder to, I don't know, to control your own shit. It's easier to be like, don't do that, don't do this, but they gonna learn what they gonna learn, what they see.
Yeah, what they see.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's important. I think in this stages that we are in our life right now, and I don't know about you, but I'm in a place in my life right now where I'm really trying to grow.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to learn to become a better version of myself in every aspect of my life, and breaking bad habits, developing better habits. Having more discipline. Because for me, I have tons of nieces and nephews, so it's like I'm an example.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one in my family who's in the entertainment business. So it's important that they see and understand that, number one, you can do whatever you want, because no one in my family has a background in the entertainment industry. And
Same.
I'm here and I'm grinding, but I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm living my dream. I'm living my passion. And that in itself is success. And then
We always talk about that. I'm like, what is success? You know what I mean? Like, what is, like, people are like, oh, you got, I'm like, if you ain't got to worry about,
success is what you make it, though.
Yeah.
Success is what you think is success. To another person, they can look at you and say, oh, he's not successful
Or
because
they are, or they're
of,
not.
X, Y, Z. But
Yeah.
it's like, what is it in you? If you know your background, because no one knows your story.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You're the author of your own story. You
Yeah.
know what the hell you've been through. You
Yeah.
know what you had to do to get where you are today.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I think we forget. We forget because, and I've been talking about this, and that's why I just feel like it's really something that I even myself have to look at. We get so comfortable that we forget, we get complacent, and we don't look back and look at everything we've been through to get to this point and say, you know what, I'm grateful.
Yeah.
Like, look at how far I've come, because no one, we don't really turn around and pat ourselves on the back. And we don't got anybody else that are really patting ourselves on the back, because we're in a business where we face so much rejection.
By yourself, too. Like, a lot
so
of it by
much
yourself.
like, it's like literally psychologically, we're not supposed to go through this much rejection as we go through as actors.
And that's why people have breakdowns.
Exactly.
A lot of times, because people don't understand, like, it sounds like some Hollywood shit, but it's like, yes and no. Like, when you're fucking giving everything to do something and they just shutting doors in your face, or they're doing, it's fucking hard to keep that enthusiasm. I mean, it has been, at least in certain points for me. Like, I remember, like, early on in my career, I was just fucking like, what am I doing? Like, this shit is not working. And you kind of have to push through that spot. Yeah, that's the hard spot, I don't know. Like, so you started, you how long ago was that when you started, like, off of Tyra's show?
I mean, I'm not trying to tell nobody my age.
I mean,
Shit.
I'm just saying. You were young. You were 15.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
I would say probably a good 17 years ago.
Bam. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, think about it, like 17, like, going back to what you said, like, you look back and you're like, man, I already made it. Like, most of the people that try out with you, if you think about it, like, when you, I try to look at it like almost like a race. not a race, but a marathon.
Right.
And it's like you're running, right? And when you start running, like you see all these people next to you, you're like, cool, we gonna do this shit, this and that. Eventually, some people start dropping out, and then eventually you meet someone in the halfway mark, like, oh, what's up? You cool? Whatever. And you guys are running together. Some people drop out, some people stay with you.
Yeah.
And it's just about who can stand in the fire the longest.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. I'm like, your number's gonna get called if you're working and you hustling and you doing your thing, like you're good at what you do, and like you're working on your craft. Your number's gonna get called eventually. Yeah. You know, you just kind of got to be there to answer it.
Well, it also has to do with you and your focus, you know, and again, diligence. Like you have to be disciplined, and you really do have to work on your craft. Like you can't just sit around and think and wait for your number, because by the time your number gets called, you need to be that much better.
Yeah. You can't be all rusty. Be like, oh, I'm waiting for the audition.
Yeah, you got to constantly be working, constantly be doing things that test your creativity.
And that's life.
Yeah.
That's life in general. Like. I always think about like how does this shit apply to anybody else? I'm like, yeah, I can see the parallels. Like if no matter what you're doing, if you're a fucking car salesman, you know what I mean? Like if you're just not trying to do and you're waiting for people to call instead of being like, how am I proactive? How do I get these sales? Right. How do I learn? How do I pitch this shit? By the time that person comes, if you ain't ready, like they're gonna be like next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're gonna go to the person who is ready. That's life. You gotta constantly be sharpening that sword. That's why I'm like, I live by that quote. How you do anything is how you do everything. You know.
Well, that, and depending on where you're at in your faith, like for me, I think faith has a lot to do with it, and just knowing that there are going to be promises that are going to be fulfilled that I've been told, and like you said, anytime you're working at anything for a long period of time and you love it, and there's passion and there's talent, how can you not at some point be rewarded?
Yeah.
And be successful?
Yeah.
You know, it's almost impossible.
It's really weird. Like for me, I remember, I like my first like 3-4 years, I was just like, what the fuck? Like nothing was kind of popping up. And the second I would like be like, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna throw in a towel. Boom, I booked something. Mm-hmm. It happened like 3-4 times consecutively. I'm like, you know what? I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Boom, you book something. You're like, oh shit. I don't know what that is. Is that the universe?
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, but it's like, no, keep running, bitch.
Right.
But I'm tired. Like whatever, keep running.
Yeah.
You know, what keeps you motivated?
Well, at this point in my life, and I feel like at every point in your life, it's something different.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I'm going to say now.
At this point, my why right now is my mom. I'm really trying to get my mom to move to LA. And
she's in Arizona now?
She's in Washington State.
Oh, that's right.
And she misses being around us. And I'm the only one in the family that doesn't have any kids yet.
Trying to have them mixed babies. What's up?
Hey, no. But I'm the only one in the family without kids, and so I feel like, your
sister's got 3 too?
My sister has 3. One of my sisters has 3. One of them has 1, and then my brother has 3 girls. Damn. And then there's my best
all girls?
friends.
Any boys?
1 boy, 1 nephew. But my best friend has a boy. Like my best friends, their kids are like my nephews.
Yeah.
I treat them like they're my family. So
Fam.
Yeah, I have 3 boys through my best friends.
Damn. That's a gang of kids around you all day.
It's a lot of kids.
Jess's system is like, yo.
No. It is not on overload. Trust me, okay? I'm like, not right now.
Yeah. Then, chill out. I got enough. This is enough for me right now.
Like, we get there. We will get there. First, let's get through the boyfriend-girlfriend stage.
Word.
Then, el anillo pa' cuando.
Also, that's got to be a different thing, right? Too, like being a woman in the entertainment industry and like the way, like dating's got to be different.
Oh, dating. Oh, my gosh.
Yo, Jess is great at this.
Obviously.
She's a goddamn matchmaker. Yeah, but that's got to be interesting too. God. Like just being a woman, like a lot of it is like, a lot of women that are in this entertainment industry, they're powerful women, they're strong women. Cause you have to be, you have to be like for the shit that you got to deal with.
Yeah, you got to be strong. But sometimes that strength can be intimidating to a man.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
it can be very intimidating because you know what you want, you know what you're looking for, and at this point for me in my life, like if I haven't settled yet, why do you think I'm gonna start with you?
Word.
Like you think all of a sudden I'm just gonna be like, you know what, it's cool. I'm cool with that, even though that wasn't what I really wanted. But you know what? Cause it's you.
I waited this long.
Go ahead. Treat me like I'm, second or third or fourth or fifth. That sounds great to me. Yeah, that's exactly my
Let's
dream,
do that.
man.
Yeah, but I guess that's a lot of it is intimidation, right?
Yeah, like, a lot of it is intimidation. I think anybody with the strength, especially being a woman, and and then being in this industry and being able to hold your own. I think that's yeah.
Because I think it's interesting too, even for men, like in the entertainment industry, because there's like a lot of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Assumptions made, like either you're too popping or you're not popping enough, right? Like if you working a lot, they're like, no, you must have all these girls after you and this and that. It might be true, might not. Plead the fifth. I don't know.
Most of the time it is.
I mean, I don't know.
It's what you do with all that attention.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
the key.
Yeah, word. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
And then the other is like when you ain't doing shit, like who's gonna ride with you and see the value in you and be like, this motherfucker's gonna pop off, and he might be going through some shit right now.
Yeah.
But we gonna ride this out together. And at least for me, that's been the hardest part, like, cause it's hills and valleys, right?
Yeah,
Hills and valleys.
Hills and valleys.
Even if you're good financially, even if you got money coming in, still hills and valleys, because money is just a part of the equation, you know. Being financially secure, you're like, cool, I'm good, but at the same time, you're like, damn, like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I'm trying to do this. You have your ambitions and your goals and whatever, and I don't know. Have you dated people in the industry? Yeah, you have, right? Yeah. It's just like, and that's got to be interesting too, as a dynamic of like, you know what I mean? Like in a household, it gets kind of competitive. I've had that happen before, where it's like, I was the booker in the relationship, and it was just kind of like a lot of resentment.
Yeah. I mean, I would say dated. I haven't really had, a relationship. I would say that it's like, oh, this is my boyfriend, and we, go back and forth or
Didn't
whatnot.
make it that far.
No. Yeah. So I don't think I had to really worry about the whole competition thing. It was more like, you're working, I'm working. Yeah. We're both, doing our thing, and
it's hard though.
Yeah.
To even find that. I don't know. It's weird to be, I don't know, an artist in general, I guess. I don't know. Who's your mentors right now? Do you have mentors right now that are helping you out, like, or people you just kind of like click with? Do you have like a few not you don't have to say who, but I'm saying, do you have like a few strong people, and if so, like, what do they provide for you?
Yeah, well, I do have a circle, and it's something that we have as an exchange where we, lift each other up, or we talk to each other about what we're going through. And a lot of times we just have to remind ourselves, like, because recently I had a friend call me, and she was really frustrated about some industry stuff, and I just, I had her, and she's very successful, and I had to remind her. I said, listen, babe, I was like, you're in there, you're in that room, you're being tested, you're in front of producers. Like, don't take that for granted 1 minute. I know you didn't book it, but you got to know that there's a role out there that is yours 100%, and no one's going to take it from you, and it's yours. And you got to just be happy that you made. And I know it's hard because they give you a contract, and and you see this, and then it's like in your head you're planning your life.
So for those of you who don't know how the process works, like if you're testing, it's like you've gone to the audition, you've gone to the callback, you've seen producers and directors. Now you're testing for the network. And before you test for the network, they settle your rate, they settle your quote, how much you're going to get paid, what you're going to do. Like, everything's set in stone, which obviously fucks with your emotions a little bit.
I mean, right?
Like, we're gonna set your everything in stone, and then you go test. And then from that point forward, whoever gets it, and then they go do their thing. So when you're about to test, you're filling out contracts, you're already excited, like, I'm about to get this, I'm about to get that. And then boom, nothing happens.
Yeah.
You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's the most frustrating part. Just touching rim.
Yeah.
You know
basically.
What I mean? You keep touching rim.
You're touching the rim.
But you're touching the rim.
And that's exactly how I tried to encourage her. I said, you have to understand that there are people that wish that they were in that position to be testing. So
she probably wishes that of herself 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, wish she was at where she's at now.
And it's like sometimes we don't realize that all those things that we've been praying for are finally here, but because they're not exactly how we asked them to be, now we're taking those prayers for granted and not realizing that God has now put us in this position. And maybe, there's more things for us to learn. And I think that's the frustrating part. It's like, we have this vision of what we think our life is going to be like, the perfect role that's going to put us out there, or the perfect movie, and we're going to be on the map, and we're going to be these big stars, or whatever it is that you want out of your career. We have this picture, and it's like you telling God, like, I'm going to tell you how my story goes, and God's just going to laugh at you, because you can't determine what your life is going to be like. You really just got to take it almost, like it's literally like AA, one day at a time. It's one day at a time.
100%. That was beautifully put. Yeah, I you forget where you're at. You forget what you wish for, and sometimes I have this quote that I love. It says a lot of times people miss opportunity because there's not a paycheck attached to it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes even like whatever situation, you're like, I'm not getting paid, like whatever. You search things out because it's not exactly how you wanted it or whatever it may be. But you're right. You paint this picture in your head, and then you build this thing up, and then when it's not there, I think it's a cultural problem though. Like if you think about it, like all of us want them 6-minute abs. You know what I mean? Once fucking Deshaun T is gonna do them hip hop abs. I'm like, no, that's not how. It's a whole lifestyle thing. Like,
yeah, it is.
I
would know.
Yeah, exactly. For me, I was trying to get abs forever when Thick Rick was out there getting it.
Thick Rick, Thick Rick was still pulling the votes.
Yeah, I do. I was yo. I had more. I talk about it. I don't know why I had more confidence. I guess it was just like the fuck it in me. I was just like, whatever, shoot my shot. Now I'm like, I ain't shooting shit. I'm staying at home. I ain't doing shit. Yeah,
you worked off that ego. You shed that shit.
Yeah.
That was
that's
a whole
the problem.
other skin.
Because some of it serves you. I need a little bit of that. But yeah, it is like, instead of being like, I want to do this. And I had been trying that bullshit forever. But it's like, no. Oh, you mean if you just actually eat clean, like for real clean, right? Without bullshitting yourself and actually work out consistently and actually try to gain results, you get what you want. You're like, oh, it's like a career, right? It's like, oh, you mean if I actually work on my craft and stay in this game and consistently try and get my reps and do this and do that and constantly try to find a way I get results? Yeah. That's how it works. Always.
Yeah, it's just a little harder when you're getting older.
I feel you.
Slower.
I feel you on that. But look at Morgan Freeman shit. He didn't make it until he was like 58.
I was talking about the abs.
Yeah. My metabolism is slower.
That's what I was talking about.
Nah, bullshit. You've been not eating clean. If you ate as clean as I did, you would do it. Look at you, the face you're making. Tacos. Remember when tacos we were talking about earlier?
Listen. First of all, I have not been eating no tortillas, okay?
So that's not a taco then. What the fuck is it?
It's called, I'm looking at the taco. I'm imagining myself eating the taco.
I'm going to eat the chicken on top of it.
Let's go eat the meat out of the taco.
I ain't a taco, man. It's just meat.
Let me live my life.
Just a fuckload of
with
tortillas.
My version of the tacos, okay?
You put the tortilla on your plate.
I can imagine what it's like.
I don't believe it.
To have the tortilla.
Them punches had tortilla power in them. I seen them. Yo, but I think it's important to you just keep yourself motivated, and that going back to like you having like your circles, people to lift you up, because you will see
and also dip into other stuff, do other stuff.
Word.
Stay busy. Stay busy. The key to anything is stay busy. You want to do to like you, stay busy. Yeah. Don't call his ass back.
Yeah.
If you busy, he'll be like, damn, what's up with Jes or whatever. Y'all know how you guys are. Yeah. Let's keep it real. But no, seriously,
hey, it's not just guys. I'll stand up for all the men out there. Women be some. What's the equivalent of douchebag? A scumbag.
We are not scumbags.
Some women. I'm not saying you. Some women.
Scumbags?
Yeah. And then men are douchebags. I don't know. What's the equivalent?
I don't know.
Exactly. I don't want to call a woman a douchebag. I'd call a dude a douchebag. I don't know. I'm making shit up here.
Women douche, so.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Some women do. Anyway.
It probably makes more sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, like there's a lot of women that are also like, nah, cool out there.
I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah, don't be acting like there isn't.
It's just not me. I'm so cool.
So fucking dope.
So dope.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We've run in a lot of the similar circles, and it's like, yeah, you just see people like sometimes somebody pops off, and even if they are popping off, like your friend, you said she's successful, and then she's like, but you're like, she don't see it. A lot of it we don't see in ourselves, like what we hold, and that's why I think it's important to have people around you that do see your value, that do see like your worth, that do see your grind, that do see all that, and then remind you like, yo, chill out.
Yeah,
you're killing it, and you're like, word, am I killing it? It's
yeah,
like, you're doing all right.
It is true. Cause like even like friends that I used to go to high school with, you know, and like I went to 5 high schools, so
God damn, were you fighting or what?
No, that was not me. I mean, it happened, but that's not why.
I mean, what happened
I was there.
The fight broke out. I had to save people with my fists.
I might have wrote some stuff in the bathroom stalls, but anyway,
I've been there. I was a terrible kid.
No, but I don't even remember what my point was now.
People in high school, I don't know.
Yeah. So like sometimes like my friends in high school, they'll message me on Instagram, like people I used to hang out with that I'm no longer.
Why aren't you kicking no more?
No, they'll be like, they really think like I'm some big star now.
Same.
And
I be
I'm
calling
like,
Hollywood all the time. Yeah.
thanks. I mean,
Yeah.
I appreciate that you think I'm a big star.
In a way, you are though.
In a way, but it's like, no.
Yeah. I ain't Kim Kardashian.
I'm like, I'm still,
Yeah.
new talent to discover. Come discover me. Introducing
Yeah.
Jes
Fresh new
Meza.
look. Let's bring her out, Bob. She comes out. I like tacos, long walks on the beach,
And 2 for 6 margaritas.
and mixed babies. My name is Jessica Meza. Thank you. Hired. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah,
I know, right?
I just I don't know. It's kind of a crazy. I always like to bring women on because it's like it's just kind of a different like mentality that you guys have to kind of go through. You, especially like with the whole Me Too movement. I'm sure a lot of shit changed. You noticed a change too. I noticed it like on sets now. They'll have the talk before shit starts. Like the ADs are always like, all right, if anyone feels sexually whatever. And in my mind, I'm like, it's just kind of crazy that we even have to fucking talk about this.
Yeah.
You know, where like dudes just, and I mean, I try to empathize. I try to understand it because I never had trouble. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to say like I'm the shit, but I never had like trouble like getting women. I was never like, some weirdo who had to use his power or whatever. And I'm like, I feel like mental illness is something we still don't understand. Like,
well, I think a lot of it, to be honest, that with the industry people, it's power.
yeah,
Power.
but I mean, where does that come from? I'm saying like the root of that is like somebody who's just not had power their whole life. It's like it's a cycle, right? The abused becomes the abuser.
Yeah.
So it's like they feel they've been done wrong in some way, so now they justify it in their own head and how they're gonna do someone else
and then
wrong.
they want to abuse their power. That they want to.
Feels good.
Yeah, it feels good to them because it's like they know that they can find someone that's willing to do something to get something in return.
A lot of people are,
and there's a lot of people.
See, that's the
out
thing
here
that people don't
are
talk
like
about
that.
too. Like I'm all about the movement, but we also gotta acknowledge that a lot of people said yes.
Yeah. And some of them were
and it worked out for them.
Yeah, and they did work out for them. And that's the thing. It's like,
not for everybody.
If you're putting yourself in that situation, obviously there is something in you that is very opportunistic and is willing to do whatever it takes, no matter what it takes, to get you to that place that you want to be in your career.
And I get that because I don't know where you come from. You know what I mean? Like, what if you're coming from fucking some third world country and you're like, fuck it, all I gotta do is blow this guy and I gotta roll in the movie and I'm changed? Cool. You know what I mean? Like,
I was never presented that any of that shit.
You're like, hey, yo, give me that contract.
I was like, where do I
down.
sign up? I'm kidding.
Like, who was this? Who was making these offers?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Like, where was I?
Yeah.
Shit.
But you've heard. We've all heard the stories.
No. But I mean, I do have some stories of being, approached with offers, quote unquote. Yeah. But it's just that is just not who I am. And I think for women, it's either there's a part of you that has that in you, and there's a part of you that doesn't. Because for me, I was just always like, why? If it takes me longer to get to my destination, then guess what? I'm still getting to that destination. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm walking with my self-respect. Yeah. At the end of the day, I'm walking with my morals to know I didn't have to go that way. Yeah. Yeah, it probably would have happened a lot faster if I would have said yes.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Because a lot of women didn't go faster. A lot of those women got nowhere. You know what I mean? Some of them worked out.
That's why I was like, not for nothing, but I just can't imagine myself sitting there and looking up at this big fat stomach because most of these executives, I mean,
I get it. That's why they're doing it, because ain't nobody else trying to bang them. You know what I mean? That's why they use their power, and that's why I feel like that's, and in a lot of ways, that's like some kind of mental illness. Because I'm like, damn, like in your mind, you think that's cool? Yeah. To do like, I don't know, and it's a weird fucking time for like all of that, even with like. And we'll talk about it in a bit. The whole R. Kelly thing, like, kind of crazy how
Every time I listen to his songs now, I'm like imagining at that time. He's like, lock me up in the closet. Like, what was your secret?
Did you see his interview?
I know your secret. And I'm just trying to. You ain't letting me live. Like, I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids. Oh my goodness.
I was like, this is another Trapped in the Closet sequel. He's clearly out of his mind, but he was also abused, I believe, too. I could be wrong. I feel like there's some stories about him being abused, but it's like,
weren't we all abused?
I guess, you know what I mean. I just don't know to what extent he was.
Yeah.
But I look at it and I'm like, damn, like he's just straight up brainwashing people. And we'll watch it in a bit. It's one of our current events. It's I'm just like, damn, like now it's taking documentaries. Like I just feel like people don't understand a lot of shit, and that's what I mean. Like mental illness. That's some serious mental illness shit.
It is. There is a lot of mental illness, and not for nothing. Like artists, I mean,
tend to be the fucking craziest.
We are. Like I think that's.
I'm pretty sane, but I'm a little crazy.
He's not pretty sane. I think that's what drew me to being an artist, because it was like, you know,
I could be crazy and make money.
Right. Shit. So where do I
cool.
start?
I'm crazy as fuck.
You know,
sign me up.
It's true though, you know, because it's like we have to get sometimes to very dark places, and the only way as an artist, I mean, it has been done, but the ones that can really get to that place and it's authentic are the ones who have really lived it. They have lived darkness in their life. They've seen that side, or they can tap into that part of their craft.
You know, imagine that possibility of yourself.
Yeah,
it's tough, and I don't think you have to go through a traumatic life to become a successful artist or anything, but I feel like a lot of times, I don't know, for whatever reason,
the most successful ones. I mean, look at Whitney Houston.
Yeah, for real.
Look at Bobby Brown.
Goddamn, both of them.
Exactly
together.
Look,
I don't smoke crack.
Right.
Crack is whack. I'm too rich for crack. That's fucked up. Is that too soon?
It might be too soon. I don't know.
Yeah. But it's true. I mean, and I feel like a lot of that too is like people self-medicating, right? A lot of artists, because you're sold this idea that once you get a certain level of success, then that's it. I'm happy. And I've been there before too, where you're like, once you get this, you're gonna be happy. And then you get there, I'm like, why am I not fucking happy yet?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
you're constantly looking for your cup to be filled.
So people start medicating. You know what I mean?
But I even think though artists are self-medicating even before that.
Through art.
They're self-medicating and then they're doing their art.
True.
Like a lot of artists, that's how they make their albums.
Yeah.
You know, that's how they get in touch with their creative side is through self-medicating.
Yeah.
You know?
Which I don't suggest at all.
Nope, don't suggest that.
Especially if you're under 25. Don't do anything until your brain's fully developed. Then fucking go ham.
I don't really think that's a good idea either.
I don't think it's a good idea either,
I don't think
if you have that
brains
desire,
are fully developed by 25.
Mine isn't fully developed.
It says 45. It says 45.
45?
I asked Google. I mean, I asked Google a lot.
Google
of stuff.
lying. Google's a woman.
Google.
She
write this.
No, you right, Google. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think anything is really required to be like an artist in any facet, but it just so happens.
Yeah,
it's common. It's common. But I think we all gotta like break these generational curses and be able to access parts of ourselves without having to ingest anything or do anything. And when you do that, not only are you coming from a much more truthful, much more unfiltered version of yourself, because you're as present as possible, but you also like empower your art in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? Because you're like, I don't have to fucking. This is me 100%. You're not relying on a vice. Like, oh, I'm a little high. I smoked a little joint before I wrote this song, which is cool. I get it. People gotta do their shit.
Right.
But there's also like something dope in being like, yo, I'm gonna just pour my heart into this sober as fuck, dope, and see what comes out.
Right.
I feel like your why becomes that much more stronger. You don't have anything to hide behind.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people do that. They hide behind their whatever they're doing.
That's true. That's true.
And I ain't trying to hide.
I mean, I can't say I've really been on set intoxicated or anything.
No, of course not. But we have seen people.
Yeah, we have. We're not gonna talk about that.
Yeah, because we already did. And yeah, I don't know. I try to kind of just get into like the journey. So what's up with these movies that you're doing? What's going on with them? You shot a couple movies recently?
Yeah, I did. I shot 3 movies.
Damn, 3. Fuck, a few.
Yeah, 3 movies. And
Oh, that's right. I worked on one of them.
Yeah.
Forgot about it. It was one day. Came in, did my thing. Came out. Shout out to Jess. Always the plug, Jess.
I'm always trying to plug in my friends.
But same here though. I plug everybody. Sometimes.
Yeah, there's the movie that's directed, the one that you were in, directed by Gio Santini. I play a music journalist. Basically, it's like a mockumentary, and we're following his life. And so I talk about,
They talk about the social media stuff, right?
It's social media. That's why it's called like my picture.
Yeah.
So it follows his life, YouTube star turned mega music sensation. And so
A la Tekashi 6ix9ine type.
exactly, which actually was funny because it happened
Simultaneous, but at the same time.
yeah. Well, as we're making the movie,
Yeah.
I'm also associate producer on that film, so that
Oh.
yeah. So I'm
Oh,
dipping
she ain't just
behind
an
the
actress, she's a
scenes.
producer.
And
Shit.
you know what? You gotta access whatever you can, whatever your talents are,
Make that money,
and
boo-boo.
then you realize you can do other things, and you're able to wear different hats at different times, and I just think we're in a platform today where your creativity is right there. Like you have so many avenues to put
Especially
out
this
work.
day and age, it's so much more accessible.
It is. It's very accessible. So I'm just out here trying to
Do it all, and then what are the other two?
Out of 15 cents. And then there's another film I did that's directed by Preston Whitmore. It's called Real Talk.
Real Talk, call me.
Yeah, Real Talk. It's about a radio DJ. She's got a talk show, and she talks about a lot of things that are going on in today's society, like things that are happening with police brutality.
Yeah.
And
Which is happening still.
right, and
It's quiet right now, but that shit's still happening.
yeah, but it is still happening. She talks about real shit.
Yeah.
Like that's what it's called, Real Talk. And
Yeah.
Macy Gray is actually in the film as
tight.
well. Yeah, so I play an
Try to
EMT
say
driver. Yeah.
goodbye. Oh.
She's dope. But there's that coming out this summer, and then there's also the other film I just finished in Mexico.
Oh yeah.
I play opposite Mario Van Peebles. I play a police officer, and the movie is actually based on true events. It's based on the true
I didn't
story
know
that
that.
happened in Sacramento. So in Sacramento, there was a big hostage situation. It was at this place called The Good Guys, which is an electronics store. So anybody who's from Sacramento, the Bay Area, you could Google it,
that.
and they have all kinds of footage about it.
When
and
was that? I feel like
it was in the 90s. They
Yeah.
had 4 Vietnamese men that took the store hostage,
yeah.
and were asking for ridiculous stuff
the
like
helicopter and shit.
the
or something?
helicopter. They wanted ginseng green tea. They wanted.
I mean, you gotta be hydrated.
And he was like, "Oh, I need that energy."
Yeah, you're like, yo, we're going through a lot of
Going
stress.
on a heist right now.
I just
We
need
need
some
that
tea.
green tea. And they wanted like a RoboCop, like protective gear, like to make sure nobody
Yo.
shot at them.
They did all the cocaine before they fucking thought about that.
I mean, I don't know what.
Sounds
the
like a
hell they're
terrible
on,
idea.
but
Like,
yeah.
I want a RoboCop suit, a helicopter.
And some ginseng.
They took-
The ginseng, the one that Chinese made. You know,
the good shit.
that's that's a Mexican be like, I want them homemade tortillas.
Yeah, for real.
Make sure you bring me that.
And a bulletproof sombrero.
Yeah. You imagine that? But anyway, that's what the movie's based on that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I play one of the police
Fucking
officers on
killing
the
it.
case investigating who the perpetrators are.
Perpetrators. Damn, look, you're talking like a real cop.
I'm just saying.
I mean, right now we're gonna move into some hot seat questions.
Okay.
Jes Meza. Like how I sing? I'm a good singer.
Okay. I'm gonna let you just take that a ride with it.
Good. I will.
You know.
Let me go. Let me find these damn questions. All right. We're in hot seat now. All right.
Hot seat. Ooh, damn.
Listen, top 3 red flags when you're on a first date and you know he ain't the one. Top 3 red flags.
Top
Go.
3 red flags.
Go.
He talks about his ex-girlfriend all the time.
Ooh. Okay.
He talks about all the other girls he's been dating.
Another red flags. Boom.
Yeah. Is drinking way too much alcohol.
Insecure. Boom. All right. Cool. What you got out of it? That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
If they get fucking hammered, you're like,
I'm like, okay, it's
Dude,
our
you're
first
schmammered.
time. Why
Yeah.
are you so hammered?
you're slurring. You're a superhero. What is your alias and your power?
A Wonder Woman?
No, you can't fucking
Oh.
take one that's already made.
Oh, I have to be okay.
you make up your own
I
shit.
can fly all the way up in the sky into space and all the way down into the depths of the ocean.
All right. So you can fucking swim and you can fly.
So I can breathe underwater and I can manage
She got 2 superpowers.
to hang out in space too.
All right. You got to hold your breath. All right. Cool. What's your alias?
My alias?
Yeah. What's your name? What's your superhero name? You didn't think about that, did you?
I'm trying to think of a
Give me
name.
a fucking name.
Spider Woman.
Yo. She said Wonder Woman. Now she says you're taking all this. That ain't even real.
I know,
Spider.
there's
Spiders drown. They can't fly. They don't make no fucking sense.
Some spiders can fly.
No, they can't. They're on web. Give me a name. You're burning in hell right now.
Mer woman. Pisces woman.
You're a fucking mer woman. We're going with that mer woman.
I'm a mer woman.
All right, what is your first stop? No timer, right? The first word that comes to your head when I say this.
First word.
Traffic.
Hate it.
That's 2 words. Okay, I'll let you
Hate.
slide. Salsa.
Dance.
Okay. R. Kelly.
Children.
Michael Jackson.
Children.
Yo, I don't know why that's funny, but you're right. They both make some terrible babysitters, like as Dio
Oh
Hughley
man,
said.
not leaving nobody with either of them.
All right, fucking mer woman. All right, hold on.
I am
Mer woman.
I fly up to the
Yes.
space and I fly into the ocean. I am mer woman.
Yo, try pitching that shit to a network. They probably be like, she's a genius.
Oh my gosh.
We need a Latina superhero.
Yes, we need a Latina. Mer
woman.
I am mer woman.
She's a space immigrant. This is great. Yo, goddamn. We'd make the worst comic book ever. Let's go into some current events. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this. These are his girlfriends. She mad.
She mad.
Very
Strong.
Oh, shit. How old are these girls?
I don't know. I'm assuming older because she's wearing a suit. I'm just saying.
Oh.
Oh.
Tell her. You tell her.
She said, skirt.
Okay.
Mayweather.
Word.
All of Mayweather's girlfriends think they're in love too.
Yo, have you seen when they brought up the family though? Like, first of all,
I didn't get to see all this.
What's your first just from that clip?
My first thought on that, they just wanted camera time. What's the point of them sitting
I
here
mean, they
defending
live with
R.
him.
Kelly?
They live with him, and they've been together with him. They've been.
Okay,
I think,
but what does that have to do with him back in the day? They wasn't with him back in the day.
No, I get it, but the whole thing I think that's coming through is that he's been brainwashing all these girls. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, it sounds like a man. He's manipulating them as
Yeah,
if that's brand new.
Oh, you women manipulate.
I mean, come on. I am not a manipulator. I'm not.
I'm manipulated right now.
No, you are not. You are no. Trust
No,
me.
look,
You're not
that's
being
not about sex.
manipulated.
It's about people that are fucking manipulators. It could be either men or women. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's definitely a great manipulator. He brainwashes these women into really believing
From
that
young
he's in
ages
love
though.
with them.
From young ages, that's the crazy thing. He'll meet him like at 15 fucking years old, a la Aaliyah, and then he'll have a break.
But that's any 15-year-old. You get another 15-year-old, even with another 15-year-old, they're manipulated and brainwashed into thinking they're gonna marry that person they're in love.
I mean, I legitimately thought I was gonna marry my girlfriend when I was 15.
So did I.
Okay?
I legitimately
So is that
thought that
brainwashing?
too.
I wasn't trying to brainwash her. I was trying to get
No,
married.
It's what happens when you're 15. So
Yeah, but he
course-
wasn't 15. Motherfucker was like 30.
I know. I'm not saying what he did was right. I'm just saying he knew. Did he make these chicks at 15?
Oh, I don't know. But I'm just assuming he's meeting the same. These people
Well,
have
you know how he probably started manipulating them
with that whole flip out. You trying to have my fuck?
No, he probably started with money. Money.
Yeah, maybe.
That's probably what drew them in the first place. First of all, for these two women to even be okay with having that open relationship, most of the time it has to do with the opportunity. What am I getting out of this? This is R. Kelly. He's got money coming in left to right for all of these songs.
Can he fly? I don't know if he can fly. Mer woman, can he?
I don't. R. Kelly can't fly. That
Remember
was
that song?
actually I Believe I Can Fly.
Yeah, of course.
Is that R. Kelly?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's like that is the
don't
R. Kelly
I
song.
can dare.
Okay.
Now,
All right.
how dare
Actually,
me?
you do. You can
I
do
can.
whatever the fuck
I
you want.
can. Okay, especially after that motherfucker over here hanging out with all these little kids.
Fuck R. Kelly. Why you paint, man?
Yeah, I don't.
It's such
I
a
can't listen to R. Kelly and just not feel the same anymore. Like I used to bump to it.
good.
And, now I just.
He was touring a month ago. until fucking all this surviving R. Kelly stuff came out. But
Yeah.
I remember, I think it was in high school when that shit happened, he got acquitted for that videotape where he was with that 15-year-old
Oh, yeah, yeah,
underage
yeah.
prostitute.
I
No, she
remember.
could have been as young as 13, they said. And it's on
That's
video.
like human trafficking. That's not.
That's exactly what it
prostitution.
is. It's both.
Yeah.
And you know, he would always do that. His signature move was to pee on people. And
I don't know. Y'all into that? I never.
no,
I've
ma'am.
I've never had that done.
Neither have I. I'm
This
not.
is not an invitation.
Yeah, for real. Like I don't. I think it's a like a demeaning. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's like a lower than I'm gonna piss on you, girl. Like that's weird.
It's really weird.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think normal people do that. Maybe some people do. I ain't judging. You guys do whatever you want.
Your dick don't slide in my DMs.
Yeah, for real. Don't slide.
I will not pee on you.
Yeah, but I just I don't know. I think there's something deeper there.
Yeah, there's definitely
Something.
He's not all there. He's off. But I mean, you could tell. I mean, any person who's going towards trying to manipulate 15-year-olds, there's something wrong with them. And this chick right here, she's like, listen.
Yeah, she's mad.
Am I asking you about your relationship?
She's
Then
like, no,
why are
bitch.
you asking me about mine? Next question.
Yeah, she's like, but you
Thank
came
you.
to get interviewed, so. Look at this.
I know.
Next one. This one they brought their families because their families came out and
You
like.
also talked to Jocelyn and Azrael Clary about living with R. Kelly and
Damn.
their strange relationship with their families. It made them very emotional too.
Yo, Gail King.
Whoa, she
Tell
got
me, Azrael, what
Listen to this.
Tell me.
I'm crying because you guys don't know the truth. You guys are believing the facade that our parents are saying. This is all lies for money. And if you can't see that, you're ignorant and you're stupid.
It sounds like he had him coached real good.
On Friday, only on CBS
Well, I mean,
this morning.
you know, they probably got a little, check.
I think they're, and I could be wrong. Maybe I'm crazy. I think they're severely brainwashed. And he you know that flip out he had on Gail? Like that, you saw that interview, right? Where he's like, I'm fighting for my motherfucking life here.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it, for me, the way I took it, I'm like, this is what he does to them women, right? He has them kind of breakdowns.
Well, yeah, because he convinces people of his own lies.
And he tried to do that to
He
America.
convinces himself of his lies. I dated a guy once that was like that. He was just lying all the time.
Yeah.
He would just keep lying, and I was like, you lying so much, you think your lies really are the
You
truth.
believe in your shit.
You
Yeah.
believe in your own lies.
Yeah.
And I think that's where R. Kelly's at. And, I think with these women, it just, I mean, I don't know any of the details of their situation in the relationship, but it kind of reminds me of the whole thing that Mayweather got going on. Mayweather got a gang of women too,
Yeah,
and
but
they
he's
all
not
love
married
him.
with them.
No, he's not married with them, but he's literally all of them say that they're his girlfriend and they're all taken care of. Anytime you're taking care of somebody,
Yeah.
and they know that they're probably crying because they're thinking you're taking away from R. Kelly, which is providing for us.
Yeah.
So now not only are you cutting his check, you're cutting ours too.
Yeah. And
Because
then,
that's probably really what they're upset about because that's their that's their survival mode is R. Kelly. Like what they gonna do? What they gonna do after
this
him?
especially.
Yeah. That's why she's probably really crying because she's like, I know you gonna have no way to live. You fucking with my man's reputation. I know he a child molester, but
For
just
real.
don't take our check.
For real. That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes totally makes sense. I don't know, but for some, like, it's different with like Mayweather, right? Because first of all, they're all of age, and I mean, I don't condone it because
It's
I
a
know,
choice, though. They're all choosing to be okay
And
with
they're all
all
exotic
these other
dancers.
women. Not all of them are.
A lot of
Not,
them.
I know a lot of them are, but I'm saying they're all okay with it
Yeah, for sure.
and accepting of it and
I'm
hang out
talking
together.
about specifically with Floyd Mayweather though. A lot
Yeah.
of them are dancers, which I'm like, cool, Mayweather, do your thing. But it's like, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. It's such a weird thing. Have you seen? I haven't seen this documentary yet. Have you seen? Speaking of which, it's the same shit as the hot seat questions. Have you seen Michael Jackson's new documentary, The Forgetting Neverland?
I know I need to watch it. I've been told.
I haven't watched it yet either.
I haven't watched it either.
What's your
I
first
might
thought?
go home and watch it now.
What's your first thought about it though? About like
child molester?
That's what I'm. No, I'm just saying. Like in general, when you think of Michael Jackson, like what are your own thoughts about it?
I mean,
Without even watching the damn documentary that everybody's talking about.
I think he's incredibly talented, but I
Given,
also
yeah.
think, with that incredible talent comes, I mean, even from young age, he was always mentally going through something with changing his skin color and And that goes back to the last comment I made, that some of the most talented artists are the most
Fucked up.
mentally off.
Yeah.
And that's what makes them, it's almost like they're channeling a different part of their brain that we can't access, because they're already going through their own, mental instabilities, that they're accessing different parts of their brain that makes them so incredible as artists.
Yeah.
And I think that's what, like, their chemistry, there's something off with their chemistry in their brain that helps them to open up a part of their brain that maybe normal people who aren't going through those kind of mental instabilities can access. Because if you really think about it, our brain is so powerful. Like, you can push yourself so hard, and a lot of times we tell ourselves, nope, stop, that's it, I can't do another set, or nope, I can't run another mile, or no, that's it. Like,
some
we
people
stop
don't have
ourselves.
That. Some people don't have that.
And you don't really realize if it's your choice and your thought to tell your brain, no, you can do more, you can do it, and push yourself to the point where you're so extremely exhausted that you collapse. And I feel like it's because we don't access that part of the brain. And it goes to these incredibly talented artists, like, regardless of what R. Kelly did and regardless of what Michael Jackson did, they're going down in history not only for their faults and for their messed up choices of what they did to children, but because of their incredible artists they were.
I wonder what happens to that, though, because I don't think anybody can listen to this
you
shit
ruin
now.
your name, and
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't.
And the royalties probably go out the window
for
to
sure.
the families.
But I'm thinking, like, beyond that, like, in 30 years, are people still gonna give a fuck about them? You know what I mean? Because now it's so tarnished that the generation coming up now is gonna be like, oh, I don't listen to that shit. This motherfucker's this person. So in 30 years, we're gonna be the only person that really understands. I mean, at least I think so. My whole thing is like, look, with Michael Jackson, I'm just like, there is so much fucking smoke around that dude. There's got to be fire somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? What grown ass man is having parties with like little boys, specifically little boys? Like, they're like, oh, he didn't have a childhood. I'm like, say what you will.
Yeah.
He's still a grown ass man.
Yeah.
And there's still a lot of people that were in the industry that didn't have a childhood. None of them built a fucking theme park. It's like basically the rapist van, right? That white van. He built the ultra white van. He made a theme park to attract kids. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I'm surprised people were so like, I can't believe I'm like, what the? Yeah. Same thing with Bill Cosby. God damn. Everybody's getting in trouble.
Yeah, it's true.
People crazy, man. God damn, people crazy. Good thing we sane. As you clear your throat. All right.
Let me clear my throat.
We're about an hour in. I wanna sign off soon, but before we do that, what's one last thing you wanna leave the people out with? Like, what's your thing right now? It doesn't have to be anything like, oh, it's my life message, but just like right now, what do you want to close out with?
I don't know. I mean, I think right now the vibe that I've been on is really just the power of thought. And when I say that, I mean in the sense that a lot of times, being in the industry, and even people who aren't in the industry, we're all out here trying to accomplish goals and accomplish dreams and make things a reality. And the more I think about it, the more I've realized that really it's the power of your thoughts. And that goes back to, my faith, which, says the tongue has the power of life and death. And I really do stand by that biblical verse, because if you really think about it, once that thought goes into your mouth and becomes words, now you've projected that into the universe. So for me, I've really been focusing on my power of thought. Anytime I get a negative thought, change it to a positive one. Or when I'm feeling down, look at the silver lining and just keep pouring positive thoughts into my brain and changing those negative thoughts. And I think anybody out there listening who may be going through something or trying to accomplish something or having goals, or it's just, there's so much power in the power of thought.
Like, how often do you even say what, what I'm saying? Like, at least so many people, they're just afraid to even claim some shit. To be like, I want to do this. I'm going to do that.
Well,
just putting the damn words out there.
Well, you have to know that you are deserving of it. So many times we don't realize, or we think I'm not good enough, or like that can't happen for me. I'm too old for this to happen. And we're at a point in our lives where really age doesn't define anything.
No.
You know, you can be at any age and get married. I mean,
Yeah.
J-Lo just got engaged. Ooh.
Yo, J-Lo, kid, fucking, yo, marry me, J-Lo. God damn.
Shit, marry me.
Shit, for real.
I'll be in a 3-way relationship with you.
This is about money. Yeah, she's goddamn, she's a fox.
Yeah,
But you're right. You're right. It goes back to like similar to what I was saying. Like you know, whatever place you think you are in your life, that's the kind of results you're gonna generate.
Yeah.
And whatever you're putting out, whatever you're saying, whatever you think you're deserving of, or whatever it may be. So I guess the message would be, shit, man, ask for more
Well, you got to know.
of yourself.
Yeah, of yourself. Know that you are deserving.
Yeah,
You know, you are worthy of it.
yeah,
And I think for me, that's something I had struggled with for a long time.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Bam, episode 70, motherfucking 6 today. What's your at Jes Meza?
At Jes Meza with
Yeah.
one S.
JES
And with a Z.
MEZA.
Not a S like a table.
Like a like a
They used to
mesa.
call me Jessica Table.
Yeah, they used to call me Rick Manzana Apple.
Yeah.
Because my last name's
Yeah.
Mencia. You know, fuck those kids.
Rick Apple and Just Table.
Yep. You know, some basic shit. All right, signing off. Follow her at Jes Meza. Thank you for coming on, Jes Meza. We'll be back next week.
I won't, but
But I
y'all
will.